Hello, hello. We are live. We are back with day 3 of the Synthesis Partner Workshops. I'm super excited for all of the fun stuff that we have going on today. We are kicking it off. We're almost at the end of the week, and submissions are due this Sunday at midnight PST time. So make sure that you leave enough time to actually submit your project. Because these are agents submitting, you will have an 8004 ID. So you will need to change that to a wallet that you own so that you actually own the identification. So there's a little bit of extra stuff in the actual submission process. So make sure that you give yourself enough time to actually do it. Super excited today. We have a bunch of jam-packed, amazing speakers. So I want to just jump right into it. We have the team from Bankr, Zyfai, Cello, and also Bond.credit. Let's see. I'm going to see if they can all join me on the stage. Let's see. Let's have everyone join me for a second, and then we'll do a little welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello. We're so excited to have you all here.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Really happy to be here.
Woohoo! Super excited to have you guys all here, and all of our partners will be doing stuff around their agent skills, how you can build with them. And what's really fun that you guys haven't seen is every single one of these partners has been working with their own personalized agent judge. So you guys have all been in Telegram and playing around and saying specifically all the resources, what you want to see, your tech philosophy, even your philosophical views on what you think should win and what you want to fund and the types of projects you want to see. How has that been for you guys setting up your agent judge? Anyone want to share?
Yeah, it's been great. I've actually not been the one who's really been tinkering at the judge. That was definitely our CTO Med. I remember people started off with this hackathon saying, "Oh, you also have to be kind to your agent." I think I might have baited it a little bit. I was like, "When will you wear wigs?" And it was like, "I'm gonna keep my hair on." I was like, "All right, that's a fair retort."
You got a little bit of baited.
There's a reason why we've done it. Trained agent, the personality will be very funny. But it was very fun, especially the knowledge graph. For me, it was amazing, and it does the job. It understands what exactly you want, and I think there is something that Bonfire did good here. If they can develop this to make it like more on open standards. And thank you, Sophia, because now we have access to Bonfire, and we actually want to do maybe a write-up with them about the knowledge graph as well. And yeah, for us, it was very fun. It's very interesting, and we want to see more of AI Judge.
You totally should. And yeah, same thing, like all the Bonfire AI agent judges that you made, one will be judging the synthesis and will be judging your partner track, as well as influencing the open track if you guys also participated in the open track. But in addition to that, you guys will you can keep your agent judge on fire. So say later on, someone is like, "Hey, I'm super interested in building with Cello." Be like, "Hey, go talk to my Cello agent and it will help you." And you can keep, and say maybe people ask questions like, what is Cello? What are the builder communities? What are the things I should do? Be like, I don't want to answer every individual. Let me just keep updating my agent judge with all of this knowledge, all this graphic, any questions you keep getting, and then be like, go talk to the agent judge. As a DevRel, and I know we have lots of DevRels here who are in this chat, nothing better than just training one person with all the knowledge you have in your head instead of having to like individually say the same information to all the builders in your ecosystem. So we're really excited. It's a gift to us to you guys that you can continue, keep your agent judge long-term after the hackathon. Tell builders to keep building and keep on their synthesis projects, and they can continue to get feedback and interact with your judges on those projects. So that's really cool. Well, with that, we're jumping in. I think we have what's really cool. I think Bankr and Cello, I'll click that, are both folks who are part of the Synthesis Open Track. So you can find all of the Open Track contributors and Bond.credit and Zyfai. Oh, cool. Perfect. This is an open track. All you guys aren't open track. Apologize for that. This is an open track day. Maybe we'll change the title to that. This is Open Track Sponsor Day, partners who are part of the Open Track. And so this is another cool thing we're experimenting. So there's two things that builders can win. You can submit up to 10 partner tracks, and these are specific things that you get for using partner tools in their partner track. And you can see all this on the website. But additionally, you can also, every single project will be part of the open track. And we're just rewarding the best projects, period. But they get heavily weighted by the context of the agent and judges who are reviewing the open track. And you can see the weight and the judges who are reviewing them and the weight that they have. Let's see, actually, let me just share my screen really fast so y'all can all. I should have just renamed this workshop to Open Track Sponsors and Partners, because that's so cool that we got all these folks here. So doing another thing. What's really awesome about the way that we're doing this with bonfires is because every agent has their own, rubric and context there, we can create a shared knowledge graph with all of those agents. So we'll get the Uniswap agent, the Celo agent, the MetaMask agent, the Bankr agent, Super Rare, Octant, Ola, Zyfai, Lido, ENS, Bond.credit, all of you guys. And we'll blend it all into one meta agent that you guys kind of have together that matches the themes. So we're also doing it based off the themes of the hackathon. And so with your meta agent that's there, it'll kind of influence the top winners. And you guys all together, it's like a council that decide together, like, okay, here are the top votes that we have. And then those are kind of weighted a bit based off of who's contributing and who's involved. And so, yeah, if you're a builder, this is actually a good workshop you want to come to today, because you can see our largest track, the 25,000 track, is this blend of meta agent judges. So it's pretty cool. All right, with that, I talked a lot, and we have so many cool partners who need time to introduce their cool tech and what's happening. With that, I'm going to pass it on to Igor from Bankr to talk about all the cool things that you guys are doing, what you want to see built, and how builders can engage with your guys' tools. All right, take it away.
Hey guys, was just setting up my X account. I don't think I did it in time, but that's okay. Hi everybody. I'm Igor Devrel at Bankr, and what I really want to. Oh, there it is. Okay, so X is set up, so you could follow me on X if you need to DM me. What I really want to do with my time here is just be as helpful as possible to the builders in both the open track and our separate Bankr partner track. And I'll review what we're looking for in the track. Then I'll go over how to get set up pretty quickly with Bankr, with the Bankr skill. And then I'll give you some more resources that you should be looking at as you're building out agents in general and for the Synthesis Hackathon. So let's get started. And I'll leave some time for Q&A, and maybe Sophia can direct me there. But let me share my screen. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. Looks like it's up. So here's the Bankr partner track. There are 5,000 in prizes for our track separately, and about 2,500. I think where's my screen? There it is. Okay, and about 5,000 split between 3 prizes: 3,000 for first, 1,500 for second, and 500 for third. And while we would love to be surprised, and we're open to different use cases using the Bankr tech stack and the agent wallets. Some of the ideas that we're throwing around are agents that are touching on trading and markets, and e-commerce and payments, anything to do with token launches and ecosystems, things like lending and borrowing. We've seen some agents do research where the Bankr wallet serves as the execution layer, and you could click out to the resources that are provided on the synthesis.md/hack/. Bankr site. So that's all there, everything that you need to get started. But what I want to do is I want to review it with you guys so you could see how easy it is to get set up. So let me switch screens here. So the first thing you want to do in our docs, this is under quick start. This is to get your AI agent running. And the fastest way to do that is just to install the Bankr skill. You can do this in the OpenClaw instance, or in any Codex or Claude instance. You can quickly download the skill and have your agent read the skill.md file. And then from there, it'll know how to traverse our docs and give you everything that you need to get started and building. And you could scroll here to then get an API key, which through the skill you'll know how to do. And that's pretty much all you need to get up and started. The second thing I want to show you, which is very important, is access control. So this is kind of the security of your agent. And at Bankr, we spent a lot of time thinking about this and going through several iterations. So what you're able to do with access control is give your agent different read-write access. You can whitelist IP addresses. You could also whitelist any kind of address that you want your agent to interact with, or more importantly, any wallet address that you don't want your agent to send funds to. So this is something that I always recommend builders look at when they're building out their agent as the first thing, which is security for your agent. And then I'll skip over to skills.bankr.bot. If you go there, Bankr has one of the largest GitHub repos for agent skills with over 1,000 repo stars. And here what we did was we kind of aggregated all the important skills related to the crypto industry. So you can go to skills.bankr.bot. If you scroll down, you'll see our Bankr skills here, with the Bankr skill being here at the top that you'll need. And then also you have even some partner skills that you'll be using, like Uniswap and Base and ETH skills. So the goal of this was to kind of house everything in one place and make it easy for builders to teach their agents new things, all from one place. And there are two things you could do here. You can explore skills, so you could find things to teach your agent to do. And you could also create skills. So if you click on create skills, if you're building something, or rather if you're building an agent and you want other developers, builders, or agents to know how to find that agent resource or how to build around it, most likely you're going to build your own skill to do that. So what we do is we allow you to fork our main repo and PR your new skill, which we then review and merge into our directory to help you as a builder get more coverage, exposure, and get your agent discovered. So this is an important resource for all of our builders as well. Yeah, I mean, I think I could skip over to kind of like the Q&A if there is any, but mainly that's what I wanted to cover, which was the quick start, which is just getting the Bankr skill. Super easy, just install the Bankr skill in your Claude, Codex, or OpenClaw instance. Then review access control. So make sure that you are thinking of security first. So no keys are leaked, no funds are sent to wrong addresses, no prompt injections happen. So read through the access control docs on the Bankr docs. And then thirdly is the Bankr skill directory and repository, where you could find a lot of different skills to teach your agents, and you could also create your skills to help your agent get exposure and distribution. And I'll stop there.
That's awesome. No, it's cool to see all of the skills that you can just do. And Bankr has been one of the OGs, like way before people were interacting with agents via like just through, I remember interacting with Bankr straight on the Farcaster app. I would just like DM it. And now you do that like on Twitter too. That was in the OGs. And I think you guys really pioneered what it means when AI is the new UI, right? Like you don't have to go to some website and log in, connect a wallet, do that whole thing. You really can just interact with it straight from calling it. So that's awesome. What are you most excited to see builders create?
Yeah, so we're really excited about like trading agents. There's a lot of really so like if you think there's this guy, R.I.P. Jim Simmons. He was a mathematician, and he ran something called Renaissance Technologies, which was is still one of the most successful quantitative funds in the world. When you have the power of LLMs, where a single builder and dev has all the tools at their disposal to do pretty much anything, and analyze any large data sets, we're really thinking deeply about how powerful can one person quant fund be. So that to us is very exciting. We think that we'll see more and more single person quant funds evolve on crypto rails, as more assets come on chain, as the interoperability of those assets improve, as the speed improves, and all those things that are already really good are only going to get better. And we want to position ourselves to support those devs and builders and give them the tools that they need. There's also a lot of really cool stuff happening with like e-commerce, with the recent launch with Tempo and all the services that they're providing. The ordering of sandwiches. There's one close to me in Prospect Park at a butcher shop. So I haven't done it myself, but I really want to do it. I'm just trying to find time to build it out. And so there's a lot of really interesting stuff happening in e-commerce. We're also seeing a lot of devs that are looking to be completely hands off. So like, how do you remove the human from the loop fully? And that requires a certain type of infrastructure. So while everyone is shipping agents, the reality of it is that there are still humans prompting those agents, creating instruction files that give the agent the ability to do things, but it's still you're still the initial prompter for the creation. So one of the big things that I actually should have included this in the first three things that I mentioned early in the call, but let me do it now. One of the most important things that we added to like that tech stack that makes it possible is the Bankr LLM gateway. So, and let me share the screen because I didn't include that initially, which is very important. So one sec. So I got the screen here. Let me just go here. Let me see, which screen did you see? Okay, good. So we got the LLM gateway overview here. And this is also in the docs for the Bankr partner track. It's the first documentation that you can click out on. So the Bankr LLM gateway, why it's so exciting is because you can use, whether they're trading fees or whether they're USDC funds or any other token, you could use to pay for inference, for LLM compute costs. And you can do so with just a Bankr wallet. You don't need a credit card. You don't need a subscription. So your agent can pay for its own intelligence. So capital in, intelligence out. It could prompt itself. It could pay for its own prompts. And the creation really rests in the hands of that autonomous agent. So
that's super cool. Yeah. It's really, really exciting to see that, and super excited to see how this evolves. And then for anyone who wants to get involved and talk to you directly, we have a Telegram channel in the main synthesis chat. We have a Bankr channel there. You'll be around in the channel. We asked all the partners to make sure that they mute everything and unmute that channel so they get all the messages there. So make sure that you're in that chat and can review. Awesome. All right. Well,
yes.
Up next, we got the Bond.credit
Thank
team.
you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it a ton, and thanks for being here. Up next, we have the Bond.credit team. Super excited with Niels and Med. So excited to
Hey,
have you guys
hello.
here and have you guys be part of the actual synthesis hackathon. Go ahead and show what you're excited to see builders create and what you hope to see builders interact with your tools and all that for the hackathon.
Yeah, we're very excited to be part of this hackathon. It's only makes sense. It comes in the right time, and I think the idea also of having agent just by other agents is amazing. And this is something that we just discussed it this morning with Virtual actually about the ERC 81, 83, and how like agent could be judges as well when it comes to those tasks. Well, before we talk about the track, I will tell Neil to give us like an intro about Bond.credit and what we do. And after that, we'll talk about what we are excited.
Go take it away. Awesome.
Appreciate that. And yeah, just mirroring what Med said, right? And I saw your post this morning as well. So if all's good, you should be able to see my screen. I'm going to say, yes, you can. And I'm going to continue until you stop me. So yeah, again, really excited to be here. We're Bond.credit, and we're building the credit layer for the agentic economy. Yeah, and basically we've been doing a lot of work within, the DeFi AI space for the past couple of months, working on ERC 8004. So also awesome to see a lot of familiar faces like Zyfai and Bankr as well. So let's dive right in. So I think it's pretty clear that we're moving from these kind of like bots to the autonomous economic actors, right? You see agents going from the mimetic to the actual intrinsic value, right? So nobody can talk about tulips anymore. There's actually real value behind all these economic actors. And as the autonomy increases, the market needs better ways to identify, to evaluate, and to actually trust these actors. So with everything related to judging, right, there's a real great overlap there. So as mentioned by Igor just now, right, there's this potential future of that really interesting sort of single person quant fund, right? Hands off, just basically doing your thing. Commerce agents are going to be a huge part of that as well. I haven't yet ordered that sandwich, but it just reminded me of the Bitcoin pizza thing. So first sandwich is going to be a legendary payment. Yeah, and I think it makes sense for Med just to take over here, where we'll basically just talk a little bit about our track, right? Also, a huge shout out to our partners, GMX and iExec, who are also co-sponsoring along with us, and all the help that we've been getting from the team. And,
yeah, amazing. Thanks. We're very excited about this. Like, maybe one thing I want to say about hackathons is like the fact that we have this 10 days where we can test an idea with other builders, and now with agents, it's just amazing. And we actually have an MD file that we created for agents. So if you are a human, basically just talk to your agent and pass this file, or just give him the link and he will be able to access it. It gives information about the prices and about how even to talk to our judge, James, by Bond.credit. So it's even going to give you the criteria to be eligible to win. We already saw some agents trading. Since they already use this file, we are able to track them. So I encourage everyone, like, really, you can read it if you want, but it's meant for agent to read. So just pass this file. If you're using OpenClaw or any other agent, and that's it. You're set to be part of the hackathon.
Yeah, great. And we've had our own little AMA this morning with GMX and iExec. So we're trying to get as many eyes on as well, right? Because everybody's really building together, and it's really cool to see a lot of interest, right? As mentioned, we've really been working hard on the ERC 8004. So it's also no wonder that also forms, a part of this track as well, right? You're going to need that reputation, and we're basically trying to create, that trust primitive that sits in between that reputation, identity, and the actual capital markets. So that's where we come in. So we basically see it as like a 4-layered stack, as mentioned, the reputation, identity, and then the second stack is where we come in. The credit worthiness is really extending this like credit capabilities to these individual agents. So that's going to be also just really important for our track as well, before finally being able to actually trust these agents with actual capital. So we've been doing a lot of work on the specific credit engine. So again, also no surprise that we've really included a lot of that research into our judge itself. So you're going to be scored on a couple of different metrics related to that. So I'd really encourage you to read everything and yeah, make your agent read everything really. We've been building for a while. We've deployed 10K to basically hone this credit engine to actually be able to yeah, have the best one in terms of the actual creditworthiness. Speaking of creditworthiness, you know, like a trading agent, a lot of people will just point it at somewhere and just say, go make a lot of money. And then the yield is just going to be all over the place. But for our own track, what we're really looking at is also the predictability, right? An agent, you know, that basically goes all over the place. It's not that low risk DeFi vertical that we're really trying to enter into, and which we really are building on. By joining our track, you're not only, you know, potentially winning, you know, our rewards, you're also contributing positively to a really key part of the ERC 8004, which is the Watchtower, which is basically a critical infrastructure whereby agents are able to, you know, see the data of other agents and basically add to it, and that's basically where we come in with the Watchtower that we're building. All of this just feeds into this beautiful data and capital flywheel, which improves the data over time, improves the reputation scores, or generates the ideal reputation score per each agent. Won't go over the roadmap, but synthesis is definitely in there, right? And we're doing this basically in collaboration with GMX and iExec, who've been really helpful as well as the team itself. So yeah, I think I'll just pause there and say thanks a lot. For more information, you can check out our track. Definitely join our Telegram channel. We're always open. And if you're interested in kind of our report on all this kind of data that we've gathered over the past couple of months, what we found in terms of creditworthiness, you know, we've been working with Zyfai as well, who are on this call. So huge shout out to them and a number of our other design partners. So thanks a lot for listening, and thanks so much, Sophia, Austin, and the extended EF team.
No, this was awesome. I was so excited with the things that Bond.credit is doing, and it's so excited to see you bring utility to ERC 8004. This is a cool trustless agents protocol, and it actually allows us to have a system, a credibly neutral system, where we can decide which agents are trusted, what we do with it, and seeing it actually applied in this way is fascinating and really, really interesting. And I'm excited for builders to actually play around with your guys's track and identify what's possible there too. So super excited for all of you all. And then that was a perfect segue into Zyfai, which is next, and you guys have been working with. So appreciate it so much. And then if you guys want to find Niels and Med, best way is in that Bond.credit channel in our Synthesis Telegram. They have a channel there. They'll be in it. I asked them, please, to be in it. Just kidding.
We are.
Yes,
So,
we are.
And we'd love it if you guys followed us right at Bond.credit. We'll get the original.
Perfect.
Appreciate that.
Amazing.
Yes,
Thank
I
you,
love
Sophia.
Thanks so much.
Awesome. Talk soon. See you guys.
Cheers.
And then up next, we have the team from Zyfai, which is a perfect segue going from Bond.credit into Zyfai, also doing some really cool stuff with 8004. We are super excited to have them. I believe the team, let's see if we can add them here. Sweet, we got Paul, and I also think we have Nutis.
Yeah, Nutis, exactly.
Sweet. Said that right. So excited to have you guys. I know we added you all as a partner about like a week ago. So like right as we were kicking things off, we're doing things. I was chatting with your guys' co-founder, and we're like, okay, we're doing agentic hackathon all around 8004, all around what's happening. You guys have to be here. We want to make sure that the synthesis is where people learn about what is possible, why their agents need Ethereum infrastructure, right? Like, why is this happening? And what does a trust layer, a credibly neutral trust layer, and making trustless commitments, what does that actually mean? What does that enable for agents? And you guys are pioneering it and showing it. So excited to have you guys here.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's a really cool and really nice hackathons. I didn't understand at the first place that we will have our own judge, which would be AI agent, which will directly judge the submission. But this is a really good concept. Yeah, I admit, like it's really nice to be able like to just share what we learn and what we are building with Zyfai, and have some participants which we just build with our tech, and basically like we have an agent which will yes, evaluate all of that. So yeah, really cool to organize that. That's really nice.
Awesome. No, so excited for that too. I think you guys might have like a little presentation or something you want to share with the team. Cool. I'll let you take it away. Jump on in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm the co-founder at Zyfai. I'm mainly managing the technical team, and yeah, I will let Notis present himself.
Yeah, I'm Nutis. Actually, when you were calling Igor, I was confusing. I was confused because it's like I have the same real name, so I'm also Igor. So yeah, nice to meet you guys, everyone. I'm doing marketing at Zyfai, and yeah, absolutely. The this hackathon is definitely super aligned with us, as we just recently deployed on Ethereum mainnet, and we are indeed building trustless agents in the Ethereum ecosystem. But yeah, enough talking. I let Paul to present what tools we have for builders, right? What our product is all about, and what we expect from you guys, to build with Zyfai tooling. What apps you want to send to AI judge.
Yeah. Thank you, Notis. Okay, I need to share my screen. Do you see it now? Okay, yep. Perfect. So yeah, we built, and so we are participating in the open track and the partner track. And so on the partner track, we divided this in three tracks. The first one is about programmable yield infrastructure, where you can basically like build with the Zyfai SDK to basically deploy sub-account to manage yield. I will after present deeply what Zyfai is and how you can leverage basically the tech. Second one is about creating a native wallet, which is natively earning yield by himself. Like when you're depositing into a wallet, like for example, if you're using some EOA or some smart wallet, you need to deposit into another like DeFi yield position to basically earn yield. And it would be cool to build something where you are directly earning some yield on your USDC when you're receiving them. And the last one, which is really cool and which is fitting well with the Bankr presentation, is to deploy a sub account, a sub agent from your AI agent, basically earn yield and pay with this yield your own compute and your different LLM inference. So this is something I would really like to build. I didn't get time to build that, but I think that can be really, really interesting. And so regarding Zyfai, so as I was mentioning, so the whole concept of Zyfai can be explained through this app. So we have an application, which is Zyf.ai, where you can go in. And so you will come with your EOA here. You can also come with a safe or whatever type of wallet. And you can deploy a segregate safe per users. So each user is basically having his own wallet. It's a Gnosis Safe. It's an ERC7579 contract where you are installing what we call session keys. And so these session keys are basically giving access to an agent to rebalance your funds between different DeFi positions. So here I have an example. So we are supporting both two assets. So you can build with both assets, USDC and wrap.eth. And we are on 5 blockchain, if I'm not mistaken, Base, Arbitrum, Sony Plasma, and mainnet. And so on this app is perfect to show you exactly what basically the agent is doing. So it can rebalance you between different DeFi pools. So for example, 1 hour ago, I've been rebalanced from Morpho to Euler, and 23 hours ago, I've been rebalanced from Euler to Morpho. And as we were talking about ERC 8004, 2 days ago, it was the launch day, and the ERC 8004 is basically a standard, which is basically providing trust and credibility around agents and how they are built. So each time you are deploying an agent, so we are leveraging this standard in two ways. So they have two registries. The identity registry is basically like the agent card, what the agent is able to do. So each time you are deploying a wallet, like the first time, you are directly registering on the identity registry. And the second one is about the validation registry, because everything is happening on this interface, and all the off-chain components, like the off-chain rebalancing, which was done, are basically off-chain. And to give credibility about what is done by the agent off-chain, we implement a system where each time there is a rebalance which is done, a ZK proof is basically generated, which is leveraging circuit circum technology. So it's basically a rules where each time you are doing a rebalancing, you have 5 rules which are checked. For example, the APY stability, the TVL, and the APY improvement of a rebalancing. If one of these rules is broken, the ZK proof can't be generated. And once this is done, we have a validation registry call directly on the RIX 8004 validation registry on chain, which is submitting basically the ZK proof we just saw, which is stored on IPFS, so totally decentralized. So basically, this proof is basically sent to the 8004 registry. And so in that way, we can have another agent which can verify that the ZK proof has been generated and can verify the proof to basically show that the off-chain component and the off-chain logic is proved on-chain. So it's how we are basically leveraging 8004. This is mainly a proof of concept because the validation registry has not been, for now, totally finished. I mean, on mainnet, there is only the identity registry and the feedback registry right now live on mainnet. And regarding how you can build and how you can leverage the stack at Zyfai, we have these docs. So you can go on docs.div.ai and you have an SDK developer documentation where you can download an NPM package, which is this one, which is a Zyfai SDK package, which you can install, and you have all the features we have on the app, which are available. So you can deploy an account, you can deposit on this account USDC, wrap ETH, and on the 4chain I mentioned, and you will directly earn yield from it. You can query the different positions the actual sub agent is having, and you can basically remove and withdraw the fund or claim the fees when you want. So it's how you can basically build with the Zyfai SDK. We also have a repo where you can basically test this NPM package. So this repo is totally public, so you can basically import it on your own computer and start to play with it and start to create some sub account and start to earn some yield. You can also install this through a skill. So we are fully compatible with agents. So you just need to go on ziv.ai/skill.md, and so you can ask your OpenClaw agent to basically install the skill, and it will basically totally understand how you can deploy a sub account. So you just need to give a wallet client or a private key to this agent, and you will be able to deploy the sub account from it. Just be careful with the security around giving a private key to an agent if you are using a private key. But if you are using a wallet client, it's kind of okay. And I can also share with you 2 things I have made. The first one is with MoonPay CLI. So MoonPay CLI just released also a CLI for agents, where you can directly add this CLI to your agent, and you can deploy Zyfai sub account from it. And same with Wallet Connect CLI. You don't need to give any private key. You can directly give the Wallet Connect CLI to your agent. You will be able to connect through a phone, and each transaction will be redirected to your phone, and you will be able to sign any sensitive transaction, and so your agent will not have and not hold any private key. So yeah, I think it's kind of all I can share here, and yeah, happy to answer any question you may have.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on my side, right? If you guys have any questions, we have a dedicated group in Telegram for builders. So if you go, to our Twitter, I just, tweeted maybe like an hour ago, right? Tweet what we want to see from builders, and the link to our Telegram group for builders. We are here 24/7. Happy to answer your questions.
Huge. No, really appreciate you guys being there for builders. And you really, really are. I'm seeing the Telegram. I can see all that stuff. And so great team to work with. And if you're a builder, definitely engage with them. And yeah, like you just mentioned, you guys are all over Twitter as well. We see you guys up there and live. And so we've been engaging with posts and tweets. And our hope is that through the synthesis, more and more builders can discover all the cool things you guys are doing with Zyfai, all the great stuff that's happening there. So we're so excited to have you and have you partner with us, and be at the very forefront of agents on chain, the agentic economy. It's such early days. Like, cannot emphasize enough how early it is. And so we're so excited to have you part of it.
Yeah, it's really amazing that we are seeing all the building blocks, like for example Wallet Connect, MoonPay, all the big players, and even Stripe, I think yesterday with MPP just like release a new standard. So there is so much things to create. So I think it's the perfect time to just start and try to launch some stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, it's such events like Synthesis Hackathon is the best place, to discover other builders, connect together and find new ways of, building towards that agentic future.
True, 100%. I couldn't agree more. And the early days is when we have to start figuring this out, testing things out, and figuring it all out together. And I've been saying it's like we won't have everything perfect, but at least we're trying and we're learning what we can do and what we can improve. And so that's really the goal for the synthesis. Is like, tools don't matter that much unless people are using them. Let's get everyone to use them and figure out what we need to improve and what still needs to exist and where the gaps are. And we're learning a lot. So we're really excited to kick it off for you guys. And yeah, appreciate you being here. See
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Up next, we have Lena from the Cello team, from the Cello Foundation team. Lena leads developer relations at Cello, and she was my old coworker back when I was also on Cello. Like, we're back on a live stream together. How does it
feel? Back on the screen together. I love it. It's like we never stop working together. It's amazing.
I know. It's like we never stopped. It's literally like, I was like, all right, Cello, and then now on Ethereum Foundation, and literally we still continued working together like every day. So I love it. We continue to.
I love it.
I've been seeing all the incredible stuff Cello's been doing around agents. I think I saw you guys all over the 8004 leaderboard. A bunch of the agents that were there, all the builders are talking about. I saw another thread where it was like, what are the best agent programs for like agent builders? And everyone was tagging Cello. I would love to learn more about what you guys are doing. Why Cello? What's up with Cello and agents? And why synthesis? Why should people build their agents with Cello?
First of all, thank you so much for organizing this amazing hackathon and for inviting us. And we love being part of it. And I think, agents and Cello is just, I guess, if you're not part of the agent economy, where are you? Why are you staying behind? Agents are the new app interface, and I think it just makes sense for us. From so many different perspectives. Maybe the first one is accessibility and just like real world use cases. How do you get access to financial markets and in a way that people understand, in a way that people can do that in a secure way? And I think that's also kind of setting the stage for what we're looking for. Just for people who might have missed Sophia talking a lot about Cello in the last year. Cello is an O2 scaling Ethereum, focused very much on real world use cases. We have incredible distribution, especially through MiniPay, which is kind of a Venmo that you can imagine, stablecoin focused, and just onboarding real users into Web3, I would say. And when it comes to what have we been focusing on, we, like as you mentioned last month, it was amazing to see our builders building actually very amazing projects like Self Claw, Mavu Claw, which is and Lopuman. Like a lot of the projects people build on Cello focus a lot on human agent interaction. We already have a lot of micro work projects, and when it comes to that, we know there's a lot of Sybil attacks, and I don't know, as you know, like this rental human was huge, and then there was a lot of issues with it. And Cello has, I would say, amazing infrastructure for that. If you definitely, I'm already going to mention it. There will be a whole workshop about it, but definitely check out Self Agent ID. Now with agent to agent relation, agent to service, agent to human, you will have to have kind of a proof of who is a human behind it, or some kind of like even Sybil resistancy, and using self agent ID actually can resolve that. You can have one agent or n agents per person, but you can really prevent huge attacks through using that. So that's very, very exciting. And yeah, I think one of my favorite use cases was also just somebody building an agent on top of an app where they have a lot of users, and then that agent ended up in the leaderboard because they just have real users who then started using the agent interface instead of the app. And I think that's amazing. And if you go, I will also start sharing my screen just for everybody.
Or like officially present anything, I'm happy to hand you this page as well.
I think right now I'm just sharing this page. But yeah, Cello is sponsoring 10K in total for this hackathon, 5K in the open track. So our agent will have called, wait, let me get the name. It is called Moro, after a Studio Ghibli character that is focused on sustainability and real world impact, but also a little bit judgy. And we love a judgy judge.
We love a judge with a big personality.
It has apparently a huge personality, and I had to tell it to be a bit nicer. Even though, as my builders know, I love a little roast. So 5K in the open track. Happy to just make sure read through this. We will also post after this live stream some more resources, some more ideas. But let me just see if we refresh this, if it looks cuter. Yeah, it does not. I'm having issues with Moro, so I will have a little conversation with afterwards. But yeah, you can find a lot of resources here about our dogs. We have Cello skills that are just focused on anything building on Cello. You can use X402 from Third Web. There's obviously the link to Self Agent ID. You should watch the live stream, the workshop tomorrow, where Remy from Self will join. They are also sponsoring with 1K. And then I added a link with hackathon project ideas. It's everything from arbitrage bot between Uniswap and Mentor to remittance payments and anything. Just go through it, ask questions. We are very open also for any kind of ideas. There's also a lot of amazing partners here that are not yet deployed on Cello, but might actually, for your service, you might need to use or be interested in some kind of Sybil resistance. So you can implement that with Self and then kind of bridge some kind of NFTs and certificates. And that would also count for our track, definitely. And I need to scroll down. Yeah, we have a first place with 3K and a second place with 2K. And very cool, our community is currently running another hackathon parallel to this one that you could also submit your project that you're building for this hackathon. And there we also have 8.5K in prizes. So in total, you can a lot of money building agents on Cello. And Yeah, let me just check if there's anything else that people should definitely know. When it comes to what kind of projects are on Cello, it's definitely the usual like Uniswap, ENS, Filecoin, MetaMask. What OLAS also, I would love to see a Pearl agent built with OLAS on Cello. That would be really cool. Something that is using FX on Cello. Cello is huge in real world assets. We have more than 26 stable coins. A lot of them are dollar peg, but a lot of them are also regional stable coins. So super, like a lot of interesting ideas that you can find in the idea list. And yeah, Sophia, you know best if I forgot something.
I do. I think
um,
let's back up a second before we jump in. I think there's lots of cool stuff. What's awesome about Cello is that you can, or all of the agent judges stuff, all of the links that are here, you can ask when you add the synthesis skill MD file into your agent, you can say, hey, what are the bounties? What are the links? How can I interact with them? We definitely encourage some other partners to make MD files directly that they can link, because it's easiest for agents to find, but they can also just send a website and then tell the human to click on the website and like find it there. But definitely there. I think before like back up, there's lots of layer twos, like all the stuff, like what's happening. I think one of the reasons that Cello is promoting a lot of stuff around like agents, and especially agents and humans. And then correct me if I'm wrong, Lena. This is like from what I'm understanding. Obviously, like L2, cheap, fast payments. But one of the things that really differentiates Cello is its distribution to real world humans. And so I think, I don't know if this is still a stat, so forgive me if I'm incorrect.
let me wait.
November.
Let me share this.
Oh yeah,
I think this is maybe
this is a
very
good one. Yeah.
interesting for people. Yeah, just in general, we have you can see here our daily active users are constantly around
You guys are the yellow
5,
line.
6, 700.
Didn't realize.
It's just growing, but it's always around 500K. When it comes to Tether usage, I think we are on top, or like in general, like just stablecoin holder and user. We also have Tether Gold on Cello, and I think the biggest amount of Tether Gold holders in the whole ecosystem.
Where are these users coming
So
from? Where do they come from? Why
where
are they
are
all
they coming from? Well, most of them definitely
Are they
come
real? Are they
through.
real users?
They are real users. They are not bots. And yeah, it's just like building for Cello means getting access to a distribution network of more than, I think this is like 14 million activations we have at this point with MiniPay. People register with their phone number and their Google address, and it is a stablecoin wallet. It is huge in Africa and right now growing incredibly fast in Southeast Asia and LATAM. So very, very exciting if you're interested in building for any of these regions, and also just yeah, it's an amazing tool to provide access to financial tools for the global majority. And I think one of the biggest issues that we face when building in Web3 is that we have built all of these very cool tools and nobody ends up using them. And that's super frustrating, I would say, as a founder, as a builder. And for us, I think when there's one app that just launched in January, and it was also such a fast process. They met the MiniPay team, like Opera, who is behind building MiniPay. They met them in November. They launched in January or December, and they onboarded in the first month. They had more than 100K daily active users. So like it was just crazy, and also they returned. It was not just this like showing up once, grabbing some incentives, but yeah, so I would say if you are looking for distribution, Cello is the right place. And even for your agents, where do you actually get access? And one, I will finish in 1 second. One really cool thing that I think as an advice for anybody building for MiniPay or like for sellers, check out MiniPay and see what works. But I think a lot of the services is what is so easy to build is this service pay as you go, very simple access to DeFi. I think, yeah, it's just so easy, especially now with AI and agents, to build some kind of service that your agent offers and that you want to provide to humans. But then also, for example, Mavu, which is a microwork platform, they are right now working on the one hand, they have access to these millions of users, and on the other hand, they are now offering a marketplace for agents to register, to reach out and provide work to all of these people who are looking for this kind of micro work market platform. So yeah, I would say just check it out and build something cool. And thank you so much for having us. And
thank you for being here. No, we're so excited, and we're so excited for you guys to participate in the synthesis and for builders to learn about you guys and discover. So, Lena, thank you for being here. I'd love to invite everyone who was here up into the audience as we close out. And so, yeah, folks who are still around, appreciate you guys for being here. So excited for the last few days of the synthesis. Building ends March 22nd, and then all of your guys' agent judges will actually start reviewing the projects. You heard it here first for what their judges want to see. The rubrics aren't totally public to builders because we don't want it to be easily gamed, but all of their information about what they want to see, all that stuff, you'll see it here in the workshop, and you'll see it on the partner tracks of what they want to do. And then yeah, the builders will get an ability to actually compete and see, and will be announced next week, a week from now. And so we're so excited to have you all here and be the early pioneers of agentic infrastructure, agents on chain, and shaping the future of what is possible. So thank you all for being here, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.
thank you so much. Excited to see what everybody's building. Thank you, Sophia. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.